Hi everyone, here's what's bothering me today. Joe Biden fell down some stairs, and so apparently this is a news story now because, oh, see, now we're gonna have President Kamala Harris soon. Like, Joe Biden tripped over, and now there's people making excuses and whatever. Just imagine 4 minutes of that. Here's the story that actually matters instead of this Joe Biden stuff. Right now, congressional leaders are discussing a new $2 billion funding package that would bolster security around the U.S. Capitol and supposedly shore up the vulnerabilities exposed by the January 6th attempted insurrection. Among the provisions that they have in this, they would put a permanent fence around the U.S. Capitol. They would hire hundreds of new security personnel, either the National Guard or military police presence, as well as new authorities for the District of Columbia's National Guard to be dispatched in emergency situations. And the plan would also expand the U.S. Capitol Police Force, potentially by hiring hundreds more officers, as well as making changes to the USCP's board. Now, while they're saying that congressional action on this won't happen for another month, this is currently being debated. So here's the thing, right? And this is yet another problem that we had to deal with under Trump. When you make the news story about celebrities and people in power and you miss the actual substantial news that is going to have an impact on you, your city, your state, that's a problem. Trump managed to dominate the news cycle by making it about him 24/7 and what he said or did. Now we're seeing a similar thing where Biden is under intense scrutiny, and I get this for both Biden and Trump. When you're the president, you're under more scrutiny. Like, I get that. But here's the thing. If you have this many sort of news cycles or stories about these individuals and what's happening and all the speculation about, oh, what does this mean? Has he been injured? Or does this mean Kamala Harris will take over? The actual news of the intensification of a police presence in the nation's capital slips under the radar. The stories of tornadoes in the American South, or I think even the Southwest, that slips under the radar. Rising COVID cases in Michigan, despite a opening of a new mass vaccination center, slips under the radar. The fact that mass evictions are continuing in many states, under the radar. So many of the terrible things that are hurting more and more Americans with every passing day continues to happen. And instead, I have to sit here and see, when looking for news, I have to see link after link and, promoted post after promoted post about Biden falling downstairs and about Kamala Harris now scheming to, get the top spot. This is infuriating, and it makes it so much harder to actually cut through the noise and find the stuff that actually matters for Americans or Canadians or Brits or Germans even. Angela Merkel's retiring. The UK, by leaving the European Union, their whole system, they have a stockpile now, but it's dwindling because predictably people don't want to start doing new terrible messes with red tape and trying to import various products from the European mainland. They don't want to do it, so they're not buying these products, which is going to cause a crash in Britain probably by about this summer. Lots of things are going to be much harder to find, and they're going to be more expensive. I remind you, Britain is still suffering the same pandemic we are. In Scotland, while we're over there on those islands, First Minister of Scotland, Nicola Sturgeon, I think has been found guilty of perjury. So here's some more news that people haven't picked up. You see the problem here and how a lot of this stuff can actually be interconnected, and yet we keep ignoring it because, no, we got to make stuff about whatever's trending. Which is why I got people to click on this. Talking about Joe Biden falling down some stairs. when the story should be the continued exploitation and harm done to Americans, Canadians, Brits, and so many other people around the world. And the fact that that is in the news is definitely what's bothering me today.